Hey guys, it's Kyle Thompson here with eXp Realty, bringing you another monthly market update, and today we're going to be covering townhomes. Let's dive right in. Okay, let's start off with the market conditions. When using the monthly supply of inventory method, we come in at 5.45 months, which puts us into the middle of a neutral market. And when using the sales to new list ratio instead, we come in at 52%, which also puts us into a neutral market. Townhomes have been the most balanced of the three that I tracked: detached homes, apartments, and townhomes. And well-priced townhomes are selling, whereas the ones that are a little overpriced tend to be sitting. So if you are a seller, just make sure you price it accordingly. Now let's take a look at the market activity. New listings rose month over month from 47 up to 69. Sales rose from 22 up to 36. Expireds were flat at 3. And the median price for a townhome rose 19,750 from, fell 19,750 from 557,750 down to 538,000. Now let's take a look at the inventory. Last month, we ended the month with an inventory of 138, which is the second highest over the last decade. And currently, we're sitting 30% above where we were this time last year, but a whopping 52% above the trailing 10-year average of 96 units. Now, let's take a look at new listings year to date. So far, there's been 158, which is about 30% above the trailing 10-year average of 121, and we're sitting about 21.5% above where we were this time last year. This is also the most amount of new listings year to date over the past decade. If we take a look at units sold instead, we see that so far year to date, there's been 74, which is about 3%, 3.5% below the trailing 10-year average of 77. And currently we're sitting about 17.5% above where we were this time last year. Now let's take a look at the pricing. Median price was up year over year, about just shy of $32,000, which is about 5%. So once again, townhomes have been faring fairly well if you are sellers. And if we take a look at it by sub area, in aggregate, prices are up year over year. No, by sub area. This table is full year over full year. And when looked at that way, prices are up 2.9% in aggregate from 520,500 up to 535,650. Currently, the most expensive areas of town are Sun Peaks, Sun Rivers, and Paul Lake, whereas the most affordable areas are Sahalee, Brock, and North Kamloops. Now, let's take a look at the average sale to list price ratio. Month over month, we were essentially flat, but currently we are sitting about 0.8% above the trailing 12-month average of 96.74. So all that's saying is that there is slightly less negotiating room when you are the buyer. Now let's take a look at days on market, starting off with the 10-year. So far year to date, it's taken an average of 61 days to sell, which is just shy of 34% above the trailing 10-year average of 45.6. And currently we are exactly flat with where we were this time last year. If we take a look at the trailing 12 months instead, we see that last month days on market ticked up from 49 up to 56, which is just over a 14% increase. However, we are sitting about 6% below the trailing 12-month average of 59.6. Finally, let's take a look at days on market by sub area. In aggregate, it's taking slightly longer for properties to sell than it has from last year, rising from 51 up to 57. And the fastest selling areas of town are Sahalee, South Cam, and Brock, all with an average days on market of 41 or less, whereas the areas taking the longest to sell are Pineview, Sun Peaks, and Sun Rivers, all with an average days on market ranging from 88 up to 104. That's all we have for today. I really hope that you guys are continuing to get value out of these market updates. If you are, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And if you ever want anything added to these updates, or maybe something needs to be more thoroughly explained, please feel free to leave your suggestions in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I am able. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.